I wanna talk about soul. I don't really know what that intro was, but I felt that music had soul in it. Okay, let's just jump right into it. So I've been seeing a lot of reviews on Soul, so I was like, let me just give a stab at it and give my review as well. Keep in mind, if you've watched the title of this, you know spoilers are ahead, so be warned. You have been warned. So when it comes to Soul, I think this is the most creative movie that Pixar has ever done. And then also, I think animation, I think this is the best animation I've ever seen by anything Disney. There's literally a part in the movie where they're playing music on stage and they're sweating, and the animation looks so good. It looks like there's real sweat on animation, and the way the lights hitting it with the stage lights, it was amazing. I was like, dude, this almost looks real, even though I know it's an animation I'm looking at. But when it comes to Soul, I think the reason why the movie's good to me and not amazing or not great is because of how they marketed Soul. The way they've been pitching the movie is that this is a movie about a black man. So I'm thinking about black culture and all that, thinking about this movie. Okay, this should be a movie about a black man. Give me black culture stuff. Because as far as I'm concerned, the last movie I know that Disney did that was about a black person, she was a frog the whole damn time. So I'm in my mind, this is about to be the first black like thing. You got Moana, which is deep in that culture. You have Raya, which is going to be deep in another culture. Then you have Coco, which is deep in a culture. So I'm thinking Soul is going to be, and again, the way they marketed the movie, I'm over here watching commercials and it's got a barbershop scene in it. I'm like, okay, this is about to be black. Like this is about to be blick black. Natty patty whack, give a black dog a black bone. I thought this was going to be Wesley Snipes, Morris Chestnut black, like not Mufasa, but I thought this was gonna be Scar black, like dark skin black. You know what I'm saying? Like I thought this was gonna be leave a hamburger on the grill, it gets burnt black. Like I thought this was gonna be black. What I thought I was going to watch, I never got it. You're getting pitched in the trailers and everything that they've pitched to you, as far as if you've seen any trailers or anything like that. It's a movie where it's supposed to be about a black man who loves music, and then you watch the movie and the black part of it and the musical part of it is so far in the background of the movie that you're like, why did you even pitch that to me in the first place? Because now you've shot my expectations out of the window so fast that like I don't know how to feel anymore. But overall, the movie's good. So you're looking at a movie which, by the way, is not at all for children, because it's all geared towards adults, and it's psychologically scarring. Like when you watch this movie, it's about a man going through an existential crisis. So then in the movie, you learn about 22, who I think I was more invested in her story than I was Joe. Joe Gardner was the main guy of the whole movie. Which, by the way, let me pause and talk about this. When you watch Soul, you learn about the great before. Okay, now the great before tripped me out because like I didn't want to think this way, but the way the movie brought it up to me, it made me think this way. I'm sorry, I hate that I have to put this in your head like this, but it was in my head, so I'm gonna put it in your head. You're looking at the great before and you're seeing all these little blue things, these little blue before things, which are apparently kind of like souls. And I'm watching the movie and hearing the idea of they are the great before they jump into Earth and I guess turn into a baby or whatever. I sat there and I was like, did Pixar just find a way to put sperm into a movie? Because I don't know how to feel right now. It felt so weird. Mind you, as soon as I thought that, they then explained what they were. But then like at the end of the movie, there's a part, and I'm blanking on how they said it. Like I don't even know how to fully paraphrase it. But the way it was said made me go back to my original idea of like, no, they're sperm. That's like legit a cute way, and they found a way to disguise what they were, which is sperm. But I'm sorry that I made you think that way, and if you've already seen the movie, I hope you watch it again. And I don't pray that that's on your mind, but I hope when you watch it, you get a little chuckle and you go, hey man, that brother said they were sperm, and I'm low-key thinking it's sperm at this point. But in general, was the ending. I felt the ending was terrible. In general, the movie starts, he wants to be this big musician, like he wants to go on and play with legends and do all that. He finally gets his break. He gets to play with Dorothea Williams, and her attitude was fantastic. I loved her. She's one of my favorite parts of the movie as well. You see her for all of like 5 minutes. So he finally gets his break. This is the beginning of the movie, mind you. He gets his break, and before even the title sequence, he's dead. You get this movie, he gets his big break, and then from that moment on, it's just him trying to figure out how to get back to his life, to succeed and like go back to getting his big break, all in all, it's like through the movie, he's learning that it's not his passion. It actually is just an obsession of his that's slowly becoming an obsession, and then he's realized he's actually been living a mundane life this whole time. After all of that, the way the movie ends is he just says, I'm gonna live. And I was like, and do what, bro? Like, what you gonna do, brother? You gotta make money. Are you going back to the school? What are you doing? They also hint at a possible love interest in the movie, and that never gets picked up again. They hint at it and they bring it up like 2 or 3 times, and then again it ends with him just saying, I'm gonna live. Fade to black. You don't see 22 at the end. You don't see what he chooses to do with his life at the end. You don't know about his love interest, which was thrown out there, but then it's gone. It just ends with him saying, I'm going to live. I did not like that. Not a good ending. But overall, the movie is good. Going into this movie, I never had high hopes, because when I first saw the trailer, right, I was like, oh snap, this is the black version of Coco. Because when you look at what Coco is, and this is just based on the trailer and what the story is kind of in a nutshell. See this kid, he wants to play music, and then he ends up in the I don't know what you would call the ancestral world, so I just refer to it as Dia de los Muertos. Thought it was the black Coco, because all you see is this black man who wants to play music, but he doesn't get the chance to play music, and then he ends up dead in this world of the dead. And I'm like, that's the black version of Coco. This is Nyoko, nigga Coco. That's what I thought it was. So when the movie started, it broke my expectation, and I was on board because I loved the opening of the movie. And then it just so happens in the opening of the movie, he also dies. So overall, if I was to give this movie a rating, I would give the movie a rating of a B. For Baby, you should have brought me into this movie with less expectations, because overall, because what they set with me with Inside Pixar and everything that they pitched to me through commercials and advertisements, I just thought it was going to be a black movie. It's not. It's really not. Even without all of that, I do think the movie is a good movie. I just think the movie is great for different people, because the movie, for me, the ending of the movie just wasn't emotional. Meanwhile, I asked a friend of mine, I'm like, hey, what'd you think of the movie? And he's like, I cried 3 times on that movie. It's not for everyone as a whole, and it's not for children. So it's like, I don't know what to say, but I still give it an A for creativity, because Pixar is pushing the envelope for Disney, and I absolutely love that. Let me know what you think about it. Leave in the comment section if you've seen it. If you haven't seen it, but you just wanted to hear my comments on it, or my review on it, or you just wanted to hear somebody review it, just let me know what you think. Outside of that, I still don't know how to end this thing, so I guess I'm gonna do my regular ending at this point. So, ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Peace.